Hello everyone, I am Swati and this is video lesson number 1 on the chapter probability. Student, here we see some sentences are written and the sentences are: there is a chance that I got first rank in the class. It may rain today. There is a possibility that our company get the tender. Most probably he will win the race. Student, here we see some words like chance, may, possibility, most probably. Student, all these words show uncertainty. It means there is no surety that it will happen. And student, in mathematics, we study the concept of uncertainty in the chapter probability. Earlier, this concept was started by the game gambling, but nowadays, this is one of the important concept of mathematics which is widely used in the field of sports, weather forecasting, business, etc. So, let's start. First, we see that what is probability? Student, the measure of uncertainty is known as probability. The measure of uncertainty, it means the measure of likeliness of occurrence of any event is known as probability. Student, after probability, what we have to see? We have to see some basic terms related to probability. Student, when we toss a coin, tossing a coin, when we toss a coin, what we get? We get either head or tail. When we toss a coin, we get head and tail. It means head and tail are the possible result of tossing a coin. Head and tail are the possible result and all the possible result of any activity is known as outcomes. All the possible result of any activity is known as outcomes. So, our first term is outcomes. What is outcomes? All the possible results of any activity is known as outcomes. Okay? When we toss a coin, for a coin, what are the outcomes? Head and tail. Head and tail are the outcomes. Student, the outcomes of any activity is also known as sample space of that experiment. Okay? The outcome of any activity is also known as the sample space of that activity. And the sample space is always written under curly braces and separated with the help of comma. It is denoted by S. It means the sample space for a coin is head and tail. When we discuss about for two coins, when we tossed two coins together, what are the sample space we get in that case? Yes, head tail, tail head, head head and tail tail. These are the sample space or outcomes when we toss two coins simultaneously. When we discuss about for a dice, student, we all know that the dice having 6 faces and numbered as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So what are the possible result when we throw a dice? Yes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. It means these are the sample space for throwing a dice. So it is written under curly braces and separated with the help of comma. Student, our first term related to probability is outcomes. And what is outcome? All possible result of any activity is known as outcomes or sample space. Sample space is always denoted by S, written under curly braces and separated by comma. Okay. Now we move to our second term. Now the second term related to probability is experiment. Student, what is experiment? An operation or activity which yields well-defined outcomes are known as experiment. Student, when I toss a coin, we know that either head or tail occurs. Either head or tail occurs, it means when we tossed a coin, the outcomes are well-defined. It means tossing a coin is an experiment. When I throw a dice, we know that either 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 6 occur. It means we know the outcomes. We know the probable outcomes, but we don't know the exact outcomes. It means throwing a dice is also an experiment. So, an operation or activity which has well-defined outcomes are known as experiment. Student, now the third term is random experiment. What is random experiment? Student, when we repeat an experiment so many times under identical condition, doesn't produce the same result every time, that experiments are known as random experiment. What is random experiment? An experiment which when repeated under identical condition doesn't produce the same result every time is known as random experiment. When I tossed a coin 10 times, okay? First time I get head, second time I get head, third time I get tail, fourth time I get head. It means head, head, tail, head. These are the outcomes. Every time the outcomes change. But I toss the coin in the same condition, identical condition. Then tossing a coin 10 times is a random experiment. Okay? When I throw a dice 200 times, it means throwing a dice 200 times is a random experiment. Repeating an experiment in a same condition, identical condition, but not produce the same result is known as random experiment. Fourth is event. Student, what is event? An exact outcomes of a random experiment is called event. An exact outcome of a random experiment is called event. Student, suppose I throw a dice 5 times. Okay? First time I get 2. Second time I get 3. Third time I get 4. Fourth time I get 1. And fifth time I get 6. Okay? I throw a dice 5 times and I get the result. First time I get 2, second time 3, 4, 1, 6. It means 2, 3, 4, 1, 6 are the event of my random experiment. Okay? What is experiment? Any activity or operation which is well-defined outcomes is known as experiment. When we repeat an experiment so many times in identical condition but not produce the same result are known as random experiment, and the result or the outcomes of a random experiment is known as event. Now the next term is empirical probability. Student, what is empirical probability? When the probability of an event is determined by actual experiment and the result are recorded, then it is called empirical probability. When the probability of an event is determined by actual conducting an experiment and the result are recorded, then it is called empirical probability. It means when I tossed a coin 5 times, okay, first time, second time, third time, fourth time and fifth time, okay. When I tossed a coin 5 times and we record the result. Suppose on first time we get head, second time again we get head, third time we get tail, fourth time we get head and fifth time we get tail. It means when we actually conduct an experiment and record all the results, that is called empirical probability. When the probability of an event is determined by actual conducting an activity or experiment and the results are recorded, then it is called empirical probability. Okay? Student, now we learn how we find out the probability of any event. Okay? Now we learn how we calculate probability of any event or the formula for finding the probability of an event E. Student, probability of getting an event E, P for probability of getting an event E, is equal to number of favorable outcomes by total number of outcomes. Here favorable outcomes means demand of the question. So probability of getting an event E is equal to number of favorable outcomes by total number of outcomes. Student, favorable outcomes means demand of the question. Student, suppose the question is find the probability of getting ahead by tossing a coin. Okay, what we have to find out? We have to find the probability of getting ahead by tossing a coin. Student, what are the outcomes of the tossing a coin? Outcomes are head and tail. This is the sample space of tossing a coin, so we write under the curly braces and separated by comma. Outcomes of tossing a coin are head and tail. It means total number of outcomes 1, 2. Now, what is the demand of the question? Find the probability of getting ahead. Getting ahead is the demand of question. It means head. Getting ahead is favorable outcomes. Here, favorable outcome is equal to head. So, what is the number of favorable outcome? Number of favorable outcome is 1. So, now what we have to find out? We have to find out probability of getting a head. So what formula we know? We know that probability of getting an event E is equal to number of favorable outcomes by total number of outcomes. Here the favorable outcomes is 1 and total number of outcomes is 2. So probability of getting a head is equal to number of favorable outcome, that is 1, and total number of outcomes is 2. Student, favorable outcomes means the demand of the question. Okay. So how we calculate the probability of any event? PE, that is probability of getting an event E, is equal to number of favorable outcomes by total number of outcomes. Students, some points you have to keep in your mind that probability of sure event is 1. Probability of any sure event. Probability of a sure event is 1. Now, probability of an impossible event is 0. Probability of any sure event is 1. It means when we know that it will be happen. When we know that it will sure happen, in that case probability is equal to 1. But probability of an impossible event is 0. And the third, the value of probability always lies between 0 and 1. The value of probability of any event is always lies between 0 and 1. Student, when you get the probability which is larger than 1 or smaller than 0, it means your solution is wrong. You have to check your solution. The value of probability of any event is always lies between 0 to 1. Here we get the probability 1 by 2. It means this lies between 0 to 1. Okay. Now we see one question related to probability. Here we have one question that a coin is tossed 100 times and head is obtained 59 times. On tossing a coin at random, find the probability of getting a head and a tail. What is given here? A coin is tossed 100 times. It means total number of trials is equal to 100 and head is obtained 59 times. It means number of head is equal to 59. Now what we find out first? First we find out number of tails, that is 100 minus 59. We get 41 times tails. Now what we have to find out? We have to find out probability of getting a head. So P, getting a head, is equal to what formula we know for finding the probability, student? Yes, number of favorable outcomes by total number of outcomes. Here the favorable outcome, demand of the question is head. So how many times head occurs? 59 times. So number of favorable outcomes, that is 59, by total number of outcomes is 100. Now the second is a tail, that is probability of getting a tail is equal to how many times tails occur? 41 times. Number of favorable outcomes, here the demand of the question is tail. So 41 by 100. Okay. What is given? A coin is tossed 100 times and head is obtained 59 times. On tossing a coin at random, find the probability of getting a head and a tail. What we do first? First we write down that what is the total number of trials? Here it is given that 100, so we write here 100. Now number of heads, how many times head occurs? 59 times. So number of heads is equal to 5. Now how we find number of tails? Total number of trials minus number of times head occurs. 100 minus 59, we get 41. Now probability. First demand of the question is getting a head. So probability of getting a head is equal to number of favorable outcomes. Here the demand of the question is head. So favorable outcomes becomes 59 by total number of outcomes is 100. Second P, getting a tail. Probability of getting a tail, it means favorable outcomes 41, that is number of times tail occurs, by total number of times, that is 100. In this way we can solve this type of questions. Now in the second video we learn how we solve different types of problems based on probability. That's all for today. Take care, complete your assignment, keep practicing. Thank you.